Hey everybody, and welcome to this video. This is going to be a first impressions and wear test on a new foundation that I literally just got today. I was having such a lazy day. I was like, oh, should I film? Should I not film? I don't know. I was just going back and forth on filming, but then I saw that I had a package delivered today, and it was an order that I had just ordered. Was like, what am I trying to say? It was stuff that I just ordered on Colourpop on Thursday. Today is Sunday. It said it was supposed to come on Monday, expected delivery, but it came today, and I was super excited, and I was like, oh no, I am filming today because I got their new like foundation sticks, and I got a couple of other things too, but this video is just going to be on the foundation sticks, and then I'll do a couple of videos later on the other stuff that I got. But today we focusing on the foundation. So let's open this box. Okay, so let's go ahead and get into the foundations. I did get two different colors because I wasn't sure which would be my shade. So I just picked between the two that I thought might be good. Hopefully, even if one is too light, like I do still have a little incy bit of my tan left, and I'm still going to be, just getting paler and paler throughout the next couple of months. Winter, I get super pale, so even if it doesn't work now, maybe at a later time it'll work. I don't know, we will see. But yeah, I got two of the no filter foundation sticks. I got the shade medium dark 145W and medium dark 120. So let's go ahead and take them out and see what they look like. So this is what it looks like. It's just a nice little foundation tube. It has 0.34 ounces. I know like a regular liquid foundation, 1 ounce is the main, I don't know, 1 ounce is like what you usually get. I don't know about stick foundations. Let me see my other ones. So looking at the other foundations in my collection, like the foundation sticks that I have, the Makeup Revolution one is 0.21 ounces, and the Model's Own one is 0.44 ounces. So I'm not sure like what the typical amount is, because those two have like two different amounts. So I don't know. I don't know if it's bad or not bad, but let's see. So twisting it up, it looks like you get a very decent amount of product. So I know with like the L'Oreal one, it like barely went up all the way to the top. It was like ridiculous. Let's go ahead and do a little test to see which one will be the one. I feel like I thought I was tanner than I actually am. So this one is medium dark 145W. This one is the medium dark 120W. So yeah, I think the 120 is definitely a little bit too light, which is what I kind of expected a little bit. And then, yeah, so I'm definitely going to go in with the 145W for sure. But just off that one little swipe, I can say they are super smooth and soft. But let's go into priming really quickly. So I'm going to prime my face like I usually do. If you hadn't seen any of my previous first impression wear test videos, I always put the foundation on and wear it how I usually would on a day-to-day basis, which is with setting spray and primer, because that's how I would wear it on a normal day, and that's how I want to test it out. So that's what we're doing today. So I'm going to start off by priming my face. I'm just going to spray the Smashbox primer water. Then I'm going to go in, ooh, that was a lot over there, with the, what is this, I can't think of it, oh, the Tatcha Silk Canvas Blurring Foundation thing, primer, what am I saying, it's a the Tatcha Silk Canvas Primer, yeah. Like I said, I'm going to go in with the 145W, and I'm going to do one side with a sponge, one side with a foundation brush, just to see which way I like it better. Usually it depends on the foundation. Like some I like with sponge, some I like with the brushes. Some of it really doesn't matter. So I'm gonna go in on this side first, and I'll use a brush on this side. So I just do a couple of swipes. What brush do I want to use is a real question. I'll just go ahead and with my Koki 618 brush and kind of start buffing it out. I feel like typically I don't really like brushes with stick foundations just because I feel like I really need the like sponge to press it into my skin so it's not really sitting on top of my skin. But this one blends out nice and easily with a brush. It definitely isn't full coverage. Like you can see, it doesn't look that big of a difference. Like it definitely did kind of cover up a little bit of the discoloration, but you can still see it peeking through with just one layer. So I would say it's more of like a medium coverage. So let's see if we can build it up though in the areas that I need. Which is mostly right here on my cheeks. A little bit on my forehead because I feel like I really didn't get that much up there. And then just kind of buff it out. It's not too bad. Like you can see a little bit of like my hyperpigmentation, but nothing super crazy. I think this is definitely more of an everyday kind of foundation where it's not like going to be super heavy or super full coverage. So far just based off of this, but let's go in with the sponge and see what's on this side. So I'm going to use my Morphe contour and highlight sponge. I feel like I kind of like it more with the sponge. I feel like with the sponge, nah, I don't know. Let's see. This side definitely does need more coverage than my other sides. That's why I put more foundation. Okay, so this is what the foundation looks like with about 2 layers on. Like I said, very natural. I would say it's more of a medium buildable. If you need areas that need like a little bit more foundation or a little bit more coverage, you can definitely go back in and blend it on top and it's not a problem. I think coverage wise, I do like the brush better, but application wise, in terms of like it blending into your skin, I feel like the sponge did a better job of it really like blending in and sinking into your skin. So I don't know, you could do like a combination of going in with a brush to kind of get the coverage and build up the coverage, and then kind of go through with a sponge afterwards just to kind of press it in and make sure it's looking nice on your skin. I don't think it's like my favorite foundation ever, just because I do like more coverage, like a more fuller coverage foundation. I think maybe for every day it might be good, just depending on how it wears. But definitely, you know, once I put on my concealer and all that, we'll see more of how it looks and how it wears. Maybe my opinion will change. But just on its own, I feel like it's not as much coverage as I prefer, but it's not bad. You know what I mean? It's doable. So on the skin, on the face, like in person, it doesn't look like that far off. Like on camera, my face looks a little bit more yellow than my body. Like my body looks a little bit more like brown, bronze, where it looks a little bit more golden yellow on my face. But in person, I don't see like a huge difference. Like I've definitely had worse things. I'm gonna go ahead and do the rest of my face off camera, then I'll be back to show you what it looks like set and all of that. So I will be right back. Okay, I just want to hop on here really quickly just to show you, like right here, I kind of like wiped away because I wanted my arch of my brow to be a little bit more like rounded, and I kind of wiped the area like I usually do, and you can definitely see I like wiped off the foundation. I haven't set the actual foundation yet, so I don't know like if I had set it, if it would have stuck a little bit better, but definitely if you don't set it, it'll come off. Like you can literally just like wipe it off. So that I just wanted to pop on here really quickly and just say and show you because it happened to me. So if you're not used to setting your foundation, maybe set it. I'll test it again after I actually set the foundation to see if that makes a difference. But yeah, and I know I look crazy. I'm still in the process, okay? Relax. I'll be back. Okay, so I am back with my full face done now. Yeah, the rest of my face I'll have lifted down below with my other like regular products. As for the foundation, I do like it better with all the makeup, you know, on top of it and set and everything like that for sure. Like I showed you before, it did like move around. Once it's set, it doesn't really have that much problem of like transferring or coming. I mean, I'm sure it'll transfer, but it's not like sliding around as easily on my face. So you definitely do need to set this foundation stick. I feel like all sticks you probably do need to set, especially me, I have combination oily skin, so I always set my foundations whether or not they're stick, liquid, any type of foundation. I always set it because I need that extra, you know, mattifying reassurance. But even with it set, you can still see like it's still, you know, relatively dewy. Like it's not a super mattifying foundation stick, which it doesn't claim to be. It says it's not drying or anything like that. It's not like, I think it's just, it really does look kind of natural. Personally, I prefer more mattifying foundations and foundation sticks, but that's just my preference. I think for the summertime, this would be a no-go. Like I would be oily so quickly, like it would be like not possible for me to wear this. It is colder outside now, so I think I'll be able to get away with it. I am going to wear it throughout the day, and I'll come back throughout the day and show you how it's standing up against the weather and all that stuff. So the time right now is 2:44 p.m. Hey everybody, you're probably like, did your makeup change, your hair, everything? Yes it did. This is a different day. I did film my first impressions and my attempt at a wear test yesterday, but throughout the day stuff just kept happening and I just was not in the mindset to continue filming that video. So I figured I would come here today and give you like a little mini review on that first wear, but also kind of really give you the full-on wear test today and have the check-ins and all that. So I did kind of apply my makeup a little bit different today based off of what I saw yesterday. I definitely think that my foundation did get a little bit oily pretty quickly throughout the day. Nothing where it was like super terrible. You know, I did have to pat my face throughout the day because of emotional things. So I did, like, you know, when you pat your face with like a tissue, it kind of like mattifies that area. So, you know, even with just patting my face after a couple of hours, it looked really good after that. It's just the oils kind of would seep through, but if you touch up by just patting your face and maybe applying a little bit of powder, you should be good. But I'm not going to touch up or anything throughout the day. I did use a mattifying primer today, unlike yesterday. So I did use the One Heck of a Blot primer from Soap and Glory. So this one does have mattifying properties, so it is supposed to help keep me matte throughout the day. And I definitely see, like, on my skin right now, and just applying it in general on top of that primer, it didn't look as dewy as it did yesterday on top of the Tatcha primer. So I definitely have a little bit more hope that it will last a little bit longer without getting dewy on me today. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Like I said, you know, once you touch up, it looks really good. There wasn't any breaking up or anything like that that I could see, but then again, I wasn't really like in the mindset of like, you know, analyzing my face, but just, you know, did I just say, you know, a lot? I feel like I did, but just, you know, I used to say like a lot. I think I still do say like, but I feel like, you know, is taking that over for me. Okay, so what am I trying to say? What was I saying? Now I lost my train of thought. Hold on. Oh, I was saying, so, you know, I wasn't like analyzing my face super closely, but just by seeing it in the mirror and stuff like that, I didn't see any breakage or anything that looked like super crazy just by like glancing. So yeah, we will see how it wears today. Again, I will say I did apply it with just a brush all over my face. I think that's everything that I have to say. I applied it differently today with the primers and stuff. We'll see how it wears, and yeah, I'll be back. Oh yeah, what time is it? That would be helpful. So the time right now is 2:18, and so I will be back in a couple of hours, probably around like 7:30, 8 o'clock, to kind of update you on what it's looking like. So that'll be about 6-hour mark, and I'll try to keep it on as long as possible. So probably try to do like around 10 o'clock. I'm not making any promises. I didn't get a lot of sleep last night, and I wake up super early, so I'm trying to do better on my sleep schedule, but I might just sacrifice a little bit of sleep for this video. Who knows? We will see. Depends on my mood. Let's go. Alright, so I will come back in a couple of hours, but for you it'll be a couple of seconds, and we'll see how it's wearing. Alright, so I am back now, and the time is 10:07. So I actually didn't do that middle check-in just because I ended up getting back from work a little bit later. So I got back about an hour ago, and I figured instead of doing 2 check-ins like an hour apart, I'll just wait out the next hour and then just give you the 8-hour check-in so you can see what it's looking like. Honestly, I think it held up really, really well. Like, it's a little bit oily, but honestly, nothing crazy, especially for it being a foundation stick, because I feel like cream foundations and stick foundations tend to get a lot oilier on my skin because, like I said before, I do have combination oily skin. So I just find that liquids kind of work for me. That's what I prefer. But I feel like using that mattifying primer definitely did help with the longevity of the foundation in terms of it not getting super oily. So this is what it looks like. I feel like my bronzer and stuff has faded on this side. Like, it has also faded on this side. I feel like it's a little bit more prominent on this side for some reason. I don't know. Is that just me? I don't know, but I also was playing with my friend's daughter and her nephew, and they were like touching my face and like playing around with my face, and I tried to, I was like, oh no, like I'm doing a foundation review, but they're kids, so, you know, I wanted to play with them. So it also, you know, I've had my face touched and stuff like that, so that could have also aided in the coming off in these areas. But, you know, after 8 hours, I'm not saying, it's not like the worst thing ever. It's not the best foundation ever longevity wise, but it's also not the worst foundation ever. I also remember like literally as I was setting up for this shot that I completely forgot to do up closes for you in the first video as well as earlier in the day. So sorry about that. There's a lot of stuff missing in this video. Oh my gosh, because I just started to edit the beginning part and it's just like, I'm sorry. It was all over the place. I tried to edit a bunch of stuff out and it's still like long as hell. I just talk so much. I know. Okay, anyways, let's go ahead and get into the up closes and then we'll do a touch up and then we're out of here. Okay, I promise. Let's go. So this is my face up close. I feel like it's still, you know, it's not super crazy where it's like, you know, you see a bunch of pigmentation. Like, I feel like there's still coverage there. I just feel like the bronzer and blush and everything has faded over time throughout the day. Same on this side, but not as intense. I feel like I do see a lot more bronzer and stuff. The highlight definitely held up on both sides. Definitely oily in my T-zone. My under eyes look nice and good. My pores are big. I mean, what can I do? There's really nothing I can do. I feel like it has faded a lot on my chin as well. It did grip on. Actually, look. It gripped on right here in like the indent in my chin. Can you see that? It kind of gripped on right here. There's a little bit of gripping right there, which tends to happen on me for some reason. Like a lot of foundations. I don't know. So, yeah, that's what it's looking like close up. Now I'm going to go ahead and go in with my rice powder blotting sheets. And I actually don't like the powder side. I don't know if they sell them without the powder, but I just prefer like to go on the non-powdered side because I add my own powder. And I just feel like this powder isn't my shade. So this is all of the oil that we got off of my skin today, which isn't that much oil. So, you know, like I said, I feel like that mattifying primer definitely helped in terms of keeping my skin matte. You know what I mean? Like I said, there's definitely like coverage loss down here. So let's see if we can recover this. You know, blotting definitely helped with that little cakeage grouping right here a little bit. So I'm just going to go in with my MAC Studio Finish powder and see if I can add some coverage back right here. Just a little bit. And then just powder my T-zone. Nothing crazy. And then hit them with a little bit of setting spray. Why not? And there you have it. There we are, revived after 8 hours of wear. I feel like it's not amazing. It's not terrible. I don't know. I feel like I like the foundation. I really do, but it's not my favorite. Like, it's not something, like, I'll probably wear it every day just because it is really lightweight and natural looking, but I don't know. I have, like, mixed feelings on it. Like I said, it's not amazing in terms of coverage and all of that, but I kind of like that in a sense, you know? Like, I kind of like that it's not super heavy full coverage. Yeah, I don't know. If you're looking for a full coverage, I'd definitely say skip it. It's not the one for you. But if you're looking for a lightweight, everyday kind of stick foundation, I think that this could definitely be a contender. It's not going to last forever and ever. But if you're cool with touching up throughout the day and maybe reapplying throughout the day, like a little bit of blush or something like that, if it's faded, then this could be good for you. It's only $10. Like, what do you have to lose? You know what I mean? So yeah, those are my thoughts. A little bit mixed emotions with this foundation, but all in all, not terrible, and I guess worth $10. You know what I mean? So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. Let me know down below if you guys tried this foundation and if you liked it or what your thoughts are on it. Are you mixed with me or do you have like a set opinion? Let a girl know down below. Also, let me know what other videos you guys want to see and if you have any other foundations you want me to review and do a wear test and all that. Hopefully it actually makes it all in one day. So I don't know what I'm saying. I'm delusional. I need to go to bed. Alright. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye.